Good morning. I'm just going to learn as I go along. So I hope that's okay. I'm sure it will be. Because, as Mom would always say, life is an adventure. And you have to try new things. You do, or else you're not living. And you have to take the spontaneous trips. And you have to stop along the way at weird places. You have to investigate. You have to enjoy. And now I know you have to create. So, I debated yesterday. I'm going to have to trim, and I do this a lot. I'm going to have to trim my hair, and I've been procrastinating about it because, well, it's the longest it's ever been. So, anyway. Back to what I was saying. Yesterday, I finished a poem I had been working on. Well, I finished the poem during the semester. It's funny because since the semester, I haven't been able to stop writing. It's in creating. It's just harder to fit it in and work and keep your feet on the ground and all of that stuff. And, well, if you've worked with me in the past, creatively that is, because I do have a history there without a degree. Now I'm going for the degree. It's funny how life is. Anyway, I did it again. I digressed again. But I haven't been able to stop writing. It feels like the time when I was in a different place and I created something new that grew to have a life of its own. It was a community theater group that performed out of a church. And that's what I feel like right now. This creative spirit has come back. It's come back because it was kept quiet for a while. It was stamped down because I thought that other goals were more important. And then that's not what happened, because that's what I found out during my last trip into therapy. You can't shut off a part of yourself like that. Not when it wants to get out. Not if you want to remain a functional person. The arts are like that. Okay, so I got also get ready because I have to do this while I'm getting ready for works. So this is all a new thing to get used to. And I don't want to have to wash my hair. I use these beautiful organic these beautiful organic shampoo bars and conditioners that are made in Ohio. I love them. And I'm sure that I will talk to you about my hair because, well, I freaked out for a bit when I first moved here because I thought I was losing it all. I think it was the stress and the move and everything I was going through at the time. And also, the sneaky changes of menopause that creep up on you too. But anyway, I love Humby Organics shampoo bars. They are beautiful. I'm sure I'll do a video about them because I love them so much. And it's kind of funny. Anyway, I used to think not very many people get my sense of humor, but I found out that there are a lot who do. It's interesting. The other thing is I understand my mom's sarcasm a lot more. She was very sarcastic. I find it creeping into my tone quite a bit, especially after the last experience of 1.5 years of working retail. Speaking of which, back to my digression. So I debated yesterday. I finished this piece. It's now in video format. I had to learn all of that. And it has photographs and sound and music and my voice reading my poem, my work of art, my creation. It's entitled A Woman of a Certain Age by Sherry Lynn Jackson. Anyway, I'm going to debut it soon. I just have to make sure that I can upload it, download it, whatever the term is called. I don't know. Because, like I said, I'm still learning. And anyway, I've done some, I'm not a stranger to technology, but it changes so fast and I've been a little busy. It's funny because computers were just becoming a thing when I was in high school. And now we can't live without them. I can tell you how I'll probably tell you that story, but not right now. Because I got to stay on track and I have enough trouble with that. So, I finished it at 4:30 in the morning because I couldn't stop working on it. But I had to work yesterday. That's the problem also, too, because I'm not as young as I was then when I was creating the community theater. I mean, it is what it is. It's a fact of life. As you get older, your body ages, and you just don't have as much energy as you did when you were younger. I mean, I know what videos show us and all of the social media and, all the algorithms that attack you and as far as what they're showing you, what they want you to see based on what your Google searches are, so if you're Googling like how to lose weight, your feed is going to get slammed with all these like gorgeous models and say, I did it, and, it just depends on what you're searching. But anyway, how did I get off on that tangent? Oh, how the algorithms are. Oh, this is going to be fun. So, I am likely, I don't know if I'm editing these things or not yet, but this was supposed to be a short intro video of what the inspiration was behind that poem. Because the universe, I was debating, like I said, I finished it at 4:30 in the morning. And from that, after I got a couple hours of sleep so that I could go to work, these braids are too tight. I'm going to have to redo them. I don't like them this tight. Anyway, so I like them to be a little bit looser. I'll do this side and then the other side. So, all morning long, it was in the back of my mind. I call it getting lost in the sauce sometimes. I do. I call it getting lost in the sauce sometimes. In my thought sauce up here. All right, so anyway, my brain and my braids aren't working together. I'm trying to put braids oh my goodness, this is so silly. Oh my goodness. There we go. Now let's try to make sure not to get this too tight. I don't like them really tight. Oh, that looks much better. You see, I have my mother's makeup mirror. It sits on my vanity. I use it as my vanity mirror. But, the cell phone works good. I just learned that because I was trying to do something and I was with one of my kids. And she's like, well, why don't you just use your phone to see? Oh, I know what it was. With all the readers that I have, the pairs of readers, which is a whole other story, and I'm sure it'll come out. I didn't have any readers with me when we went to celebrate my graduation. I had no readers to read the menu with, and we were at a Mexican restaurant. So a Mexican restaurant, it has crap ton of things on the menu, and I couldn't read any of it. So one of my daughters said, Mom, why don't you try using your phone? Use the photo app. Amazing. It worked fine. I could read the descriptions. It was kind of not convenient to do it that way because you have to aim it. And well, anyway, I should use the front camera maybe. I don't even know how it would work. But anyway, so technology, it has its benefits and it has its downfalls. Okay, that's a little bit looser, but we're going to go with it because I got to get ready for work. It's 9:30 already and I haven't done my yoga. Anyway, and here I am recording this video because I wanted to get a point across. The point across is about the universe. The universe sends signs to influence us. You will not change my mind about this. It's a long, hard work, hard-earned decision and embracement of that. I believe that. It's solid. Because there's too many times that it's happened. And I am very in tune with my intuition these days. And I'm not going to not listen to it anymore. All right. So your past informs how you choose what you choose to accept and what you choose not to accept in your new life when you're remaking yourself. And to me, I've been in the constant state of remake ever since I've lost my mom. I mean, that's just a fact of life. I mean, my kids have been first ones to witness it forefront. So, as I'm debating yesterday, feel really good. I'm so happy. I was so happy. It was a good tired. It was the tired of accomplishment. It was the tired of achievement. And I haven't even put it out there yet. And it was the tired of, oh my gosh, this is really good. I believe in this. And so that's the feelings that I was riding high on. Have you ever felt that way about your work? When you've created something? I mean, can you relate? You're going to be hearing those phrases a lot as I do this experiment. This healing journey, this embracing of who I am right now. Okay? In each moment. This is the foundation. Okay, so I was so happy because it was done and it was ready to share. I just had to tweak it. I had to tweak it with I have to tweak it. I have to make sure I can like upload it and all that, and I might have to tweak the time a little bit, but everything, all the basics are there. So it's almost ready to launch. And I was debating, do I do a quick little blurb, an introductory video? Or not? I thought about posting a question on the notes on my Substack and getting feedback, but I didn't know how long that would take because I'm new on that platform, so it does take time to build a following. Oh, well, these are too tight, too. I'll just have to go with it. I don't really like them when they're this tight, but I'm going to wear a scarf today, so it's okay. All right, so I had decided by the time I drove to work that no, I wasn't. I felt like an intro video would influence how people felt the work when they viewed it and heard it. So I decided no. Then I began my shift. I got ready. I got my feet ready. I did my stretches. I put my special socks on. I put my special shoes on, or the shoes that I like. Sometimes I switch between pairs. That's a whole other story. It's hard concrete. I didn't expect to feel the way I feel. Or I didn't expect my feet to affect everything. But I decided against it. And then I worked my shift. And then the universe delivered a sign. Towards the beginning of my shift. It was busy. And everybody was being kind. I was working self-checkout and it was busy, but people were being patient. I was by myself and the lights were all going off at once during certain times, and everyone was being good until this one particular moment, and then they weren't. And that encounter was the entire reason that this particular work was inspired. And I think that's all I need to say. So I hope that you listen to or view my video piece of art with me debuting my first poem to the world. I've never written poetry before, not for anyone to see. A woman of a certain age. Thanks for listening. Bye. Woman of a Certain Age by Sherry Lynn Jackson. You can like me or not. I don't really care. It took a long time to arrive, and here, unwavering, I stand. Fine-tuned, razor-sharp, senses all aware. Never will I tone it down. I'll find some way, I swear. To do any less would be like death. Your sideways glance, caught by chance, swiftly analyzed and read. One thing that is still the same, the colors that beam, cast my way, color the distance, but now I know for certain what they mean. That knowing, now gleaning, has ever been mine. As for the other, I don't care. Not whether you find me attractive, not whether you find me annoying, unless you hurt someone, then I care. Which is far too often, I'm afraid, especially concerning men of a certain age. So much damage, a society enraged, a long ago wish, equality and partnership, growing together in old age. Perhaps, like I have always felt, out of place and time. No, I say. No, I'd rather be left alone, on my own, no worries but for me and mine, completely on my own. That doesn't mean my heart is closed, just that I don't want less. For now, there's no one that fits my standards. They give themselves away. Indeed, upon discovery, it is quite the rarity. Younger has found me, but that had no appeal, because right now I choose to value me. Yet, oh, the irony, arriving at this place in time, glowing bright, then is when it seems to begin. Out of the woodwork, said casually with a grin, there's just something about you. Will you invite me in? No, I will not. Not unless you've healed. Do you know your truth? Your shadow work reveals? Find me then, if you dare, but I doubt I'll be around. O man of a certain age.